Well, hey, everybody. Jojo, what are you doing in here? You should be sleeping, girl. Hey, speaking of amazing mods, thank you for being here. There's Robin Miners. I'm about to, girl. We're about to come get them. Yes, we are. We are. We're upset. We're upset. Hey, Pook. First episode is scary. I don't know from what. Hey, Buffy. Who else is here? It's Friday. Fridays are weird. Diana H is here always. Let's see. Island Hippie Girl is here. Joanne Hawley always is with me. I love her. Let's see. Gemini Girl. Pushing my voice. Pat Jonas. First time catching a live from the beginning. Hope everyone is having a great Friday. Well, welcome in, babe. Great bangs. It's a whole thing. I feel like bangs are hard to pull off. I had them once and I thought I looked cool, but you look actually cool. Very Zoe Deschanel. I thought I was having a moment in that. I think it's your face shape. And when your face is shaped like a globe, such as myself, it's hard to pull that off. But welcome in. That's what's important. Am I right? Hey, Squirrel Girl. Long time no see, Jojo. You guys are sure cute over there. Hey, Kat. Hey, Don Paraso. Sandy Wandy. Ghost Rider. Abigail made it. Just as I am. Jessamine. Wisconsin Barb. HC from LBC. Lumen's here. Baby Lilypad. Renee B. She sent me the most gorgeous scarf I think I might own at this point from Thailand. Hey, Liz Tricks, Cinnamon Roll Vancouver's here. I haven't seen you for a minute. Molly Go Heavier. I don't recognize your name and welcome in. Hey, Aspire to Inspire. Barbara Waits. Melissa made it. Rachel Sandy. What are you doing down there, Junie? Junie had quite the day. Hey, Bohemian. Hey, Meredith Lynn. Bohemian. Did you tell him about your day, Juniper? Juniper, what was your day like, Junie? Bohemian Luciferian Witch, Kathy Burkhart, Marissa Martin. I'll miss you, Marissa Martin. Hey, Leslie Mosley. Nice to see you, babe. Paying my Gertie cult tax. Well, it is due. Buffy, and I wasn't going to make it awkward and say anything. I was going to private message you, but thank you for paying it and making it less awkward. Hey, Jan, and thank you for being a member. Reese, we've been offered a free coffee in Nora's basement. Care to up the offer? Is this a shakedown? Are you trying to shake me down right now on live television? I was a Scientologist. Not to mention, I'm having a bit of a meltdown. I'm snapping little by little, branch by branch seems to be coming apart. But yeah, do what you need to. Send me a list of your demands, mods, and I'll give the list to somebody else. Hey, Lady O. Hey, Wendy Brewer. Renee B. I can go grab it, girl. Hey, Catherine B. I need a card. Ooh, I love BLTs. Hey, Starlina. Elena Rainerman. Love you, babe. I think that happened yesterday, Elena Rainerman, but thank you for letting us know. Hey, Iwa. She is from Whoville. No question. No question. Let's see. I got notification that Huxley's daughter was sending an email about something. Okay, Abigail, I'll try to do that either tomorrow or Sunday. I'll go pick that up. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you, Renee B. I enjoyed, hey, Marie Marion, I enjoyed, of course, Darlene, I enjoyed Colts and Crims last night. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a great time. Hey, Debbie Zito, Tiffinisms. Who got in your space today? It's just building up, quite honestly. But we did go this morning. We dropped off the brother for his haircut, and what happened? Junie got called back. Junie got her nails trimmed. She got her pawpaws. Hey, Donna Cooper. Hey, Angel K. Cute dog. That breath, though. Just remember, though, if I die before you, I want you to say at my funeral, when you go up to speak, babe, just go, that ass, though. You have to say that. We've talked about it at length, okay? So just remember, if I die, you say, what do we say? whatever you're going to say, whatever your eulogy is, but at the end of it, you go, do damn, and then go, that ass though. Do it. I've asked you to do it several times. Say yes on here so we have witnesses. I'm serious. Thank you, Elena Rainerman. I thought that Colton Crims episode was fantastic. That's okay. I hope you're feeling better, Bohemian Luciferian Witch. That's horrible, Pook. That's horrible news. Hey, whine a little bit more. She is, Wendy. How kind is that? Jen, wow. I like your picture. Wanted to thank you for being kind to Michael Malloy. Rest in peace. He sure loved when you would go live. He sure did. Jen, wow, we really loved Michael Malloy, and I feel honored that I got to be a part of his show. I got to go on his show, but I always loved having him here, and I was quite shocked that we lost him. He was young. So thank you for coming over here. You're always welcome over here, and it's nice to remember and talk about him. I'm sure we will continue to do that. Hey, Scientology up north. Linda Perales, good to see you again, babe. Okay, he says yes. I'm assuming that's a man's way of saying yes. Gotcha. That's like a man being like, you look fine. I mean, I guess it's as good as it gets. Katie did it, making cheese soup for the family. I made beef stew yesterday, and I have to be honest, I feel like my mom, hey, Jennifer Ogle. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, Junie. I feel like my mom is starting to get a little, that's so cute, Jen. Wow. I could hear him saying that. He was a funny man. Mom had surgery. And so I've been kind of cooking more often and bringing food to her. Hey, Kestrel, just because it's hard for her to get around and I just feel obligated and I don't mind because I do enjoy cooking. I think we're starting to get a little judgy. The first time or two I brought her food, he sure did, Jen. First time or two I brought mom, hey, West Coast Fancy Nancy. The first time or two I bring mom food, she's like, oh, thank you so much, Reese. Wow, that's so nice. Okay, cool, great. I don't need an apology ever, and I don't need to be over appreciated. Babe, that's better. Hey, Alana. Look, I don't need either one. But I think we're starting to get a little sassy about it. By the third time I brought her something, I give it to her, and then she's like, you over-salted that. She's like, you put too much salt. She was like, way too much garlic, Reese, way too much garlic. And I was like, Mom, I love garlic. I didn't even taste the garlic in it, quite honestly. Now, all of my husbands complained about how much garlic I ate. I once had a doctor I worked for that literally pulled me aside. I used to help assist him in surgery. He pulled me aside and he was the funniest guy. I loved him. And I thought he was kidding. And he goes, hey, come in here. And we went into an exam room and he goes, so you've been eating a lot of garlic. And I went, how'd you know? I was like, yeah, I eat it all the time. I buy it at Whole Foods. And he was like, not anymore, you don't. And I was like, what? Like, it was the weirdest, most out of character, awkward conversation. And I went, what does that mean? He goes, you can eat it on Saturdays and Sundays. He's like, but you're not eating it Monday through Friday as long as you work here. And I was like, damn, son, I thought you were kidding. It was awkward. I've never been told that I stink except then. Hey, MLG Gamer. I feel like I got over it till recently. And then my mom was like, way too much garlic, Reese. You overdone it on the garlic. And I was like, look here, Diane. Well, here's the thing. Right, Alana. No such thing as too much garlic. Well, we all know, babe, that sadly it gives your colon the wind, but that's a story for another time. Yeah, it comes out of your pores. It really, truly, I guess I smell really bad when I eat a lot of garlic. I don't even taste it hardly. I love garlic. Yeah. Yep. Lumen. That's right. So she's like, too much garlic. And I was like, wow, I didn't even taste it, but okay. So then I made her some spaghetti and what'd she say? Oh, I bring it to her. And she goes, is it spicy? And I said, why would it be spicy? Why would I make spaghetti spicy? I'm Italian. I was like, where's this coming from, Diane? Where is this hostility? This aggression won't stand. And I'd like to know where it's coming from, quite frankly. So then she eats the spaghetti and she's like, that was delicious. So then I make a beef stew yesterday. This was weird. I cooked it on high for 6 hours. Thank you, Jen. Wow. I cooked the damn thing on high for 6 hours, and I made myself a bowl when it was done last night. And, hey, Riley's human, and the carrots were still hard. That was weird. So I cooked it for another 4 hours and went to bed. And, I made myself some this morning to test it, and I was like, "Damn, that's good." It was really good. So I take some up to my mom. All right, babe. I take some up to my mom and I hand her the container of it, and I was straight up mean. I handed it to her and I went, "If this tastes bad, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to know if you don't like it." I said, "Just dump it in the trash, mom. I don't want to know." I was like super aggressive about it. Um, well, hey, Wendy R. Yeah, it does, Debbie Zito. It comes out of your pores. And my mom's like, why would I not like it? And I said, because you've complained about everything I've made pretty much thus far. And I said, and if you don't like it, I don't want to know about it. So I handed to her and we go into her kitchen and my mom, oh, Diane, there's a song by Fleetwood Mac called Oh, Diane. And I want that to be her funeral song. It's like, whoa, Diane. It's such a fun song, but she wants her funeral song to be Spirit in the Sky, which honestly, I might steal that as well. I kind of like that for a funeral song. Anyway, we go into her kitchen and she opens it up and takes a bite. And I'm like, here we go. And she's like, my goodness. She's like, this is the best. This is the best stew that you've ever made. And I went, no way. Like, finally, a compliment. I was like, thanks, mom. And she goes, this is almost as good as mine. We tried. We certainly tried. Did we not? I was like, thanks. Hey, Kelly. Yeah. She goes, she's like taking bites of it. And she goes, yeah. She's like, this is almost as good as mine. Yeah. Almost. She's like, great job. You know what that reminded me of? Have you guys seen American Beauty? That's one of my favorite movies. I love Annette Bening. Do you remember in that movie when the daughter, they go to her cheerleading game and Annette Bening is the most awkward mom. Hey, Biggie Cat. Hey, Jamie Palmer. She's the most awkward mom. And she says after the dance is over at the school or at the gymnasium over there, and she goes, great job, honey. She goes, I watched you very closely. You didn't screw up once. And the daughter's like, thanks. Yeah. Yeah. Robin Miners. Yeah. Probably West Coast Fancy Nancy. Yeah. It was a lot. I was like, thanks. Yeah. Angie Mo. I was like, thanks, mom. She was like, it's almost up there. It's almost as good as mine. I was like, thank you. Glad you enjoyed that. She was like, try to remember exactly how you made it this time so that you can do. If I die first, I want my funeral song to be Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. You never told me your funeral song. Is that what you want? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Kat, it was a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot, Junie. So then we had to take Bobo. We had to take Bobo to get groomed today. And Junie went and got her nails trimmed and her anal glands expressed. Oh, it smells so good, Junie. It smells just like a hamster cage. Wood chips and honey, girl. And it's a great movie, Kelly. The vet tech came out and I was sitting there speaking to Junie. You know what's funny about Bo? People do this all the time and it's a little weird. Hey Noelle, I actually am a pretty good cook. Now I didn't learn till later in life, but I taught myself how to cook by my third marriage. By the third marriage, I really got it down. Hey Cliff Ann, this dude at the vet this morning, he's like, whoa, he like walks over in the waiting room and he goes, what kind of doodle is that? Hey, AJ Speaks. Well, thank you, AJ Speaks. Hey, Huxley. Somebody's crying. Can you make sure? What's the name of Annette Bening in that? I think it's Moose Out Front. What's the name of Annette Bening in that movie? Caroline. Caroline. It's Moose. I can tell. It's Moose at the front door. Caroline. Remember that? Um, what was I just saying? Help me. Oh, why do people constantly think that why can't a poodle be a poodle? Bang, Vicky Cat. Hey, Lazy Silver. Why can't a poodle be a poodle? I cannot tell you how many people have approached me and gone, what kind of doodle is that? Why does he have to be a doodle? It feels a little bit, it's a little much. It's a lot. And I think it hurts his feelings. Jengies, I'm going to set you down so that everybody can say hello. Bobo? Bobo got his hairs cut. Oh, looking gorgeous, isn't he? Bobo, oh, Bobo, you look so nice. Yes, you do. And you smell nice. You smell very nice. A Bobo. Oh, he's a naked. Oh, he's a good person. He's a great guy. And he went to Yale. He's a good boy. You're a good boy. Is he not a doodle? The guy was like, he's massive. He was like, he's huge. He was like, he's the biggest one I've ever seen. Hey, Mary Barons. And I said, yeah, no, he's definitely got more legs than a bucket of chicken, dude. And he was like, what do you think he is? He was like, is it a golden doodle? And I said, no, brother. I was like, why do you do this? Why do people do this? Our vet in Kansas City thought, standard. And every vet and our trainer, we got him a trainer in Kansas City, and she thought he was a Irish setter poodle mix. Tommy thinks he's an Airedale Terrier poodle mix. So our trainer and the vet both said there's no way he's a Labradoodle. There's no way he's a Golden Doodle. With those legs, that's not accurate. I don't know what he is, but it's like, let's move on with our lives. So Bobo got a haircut today, and I have things I need to talk about. I'm upset. I need to get it out, and I have to get them out because I have real problems. I've seen other poodles that big. Get a DNA test. Bo is a standard poodle. I always thought he was a standard poodle. Hey, Catherine J, but I will say this. I've seen tons, massive amounts of golden doodles and labradoodles. He does not look like one of those. They're too small. Those are very like shorter, like mid-sized dogs. Bo is so tall. I know, Renee B. I liked his hair like that too, but it just gets too tangled and messy. I could do that. I don't know what a cavoodle is. The oodles are a lot. There's a lot of oodles going on. Guys, so I have problems, and I don't want to dump problems on you. I have real life problems happening, and I cannot share those. Unfortunately, I can't. I would destroy myself if I did. I would Godzilla doodle, Pook. I would do myself in if I shared my real life problems. Do you remember a couple of weeks ago I said I have something going on that's really tearing me up inside? And I did a stream on that talking. It wasn't supposed to be about me, but I was talking about, he does wear a bandana. I need to put it back on. I might wash it. Those are cute, Anita Card. I said, you don't know what people are going through. You never know what people are going through. So I know we've all heard it, like, be kind because you don't know what people are going through. It's true. You really don't. I have something going on in my life. It's been happening for a couple months now, and it is a serious, a wolfhound mix. Could be. It's a serious problem. It's gnawing at my soul. I don't have a solution to it right now. And it's a daily issue for me. I can't talk about it. It would destroy me. It would just, you guys would be there. The hate that would come with it, and just the shame and all of that. I can't talk about it. I hope I can someday, but I can't do it here. I have to protect myself. It's not a major secret. if someone were to find out and tell the world, I'd go, oh, feels good to get that out. I'm not afraid of it. It's just, it would, people who truly love me would appreciate me sharing that and would be loving and comforting. But unfortunately, hey, Ty Mark, everybody in this chat doesn't love me or support me. And so I'm worried about the people who don't love and support me would run with it and smear it everywhere and make me feel worse than I'm already feeling about it and tense. I'm really tense. Thank you, Wendy R. It's okay, guys. I'm just sharing that there is something huge going on that I can't seem to come up with a solution for yet. I hopefully will. But in the meantime, I have had some things happen this week that are not major problems in the grand scheme of things. They're not, it's very first world problems. They're not, I've had much bigger problems. I'm dealing with much bigger problems. It's just, this is something I want to share. Hey, reflections. Thank you, Squirrel Girl. I know you guys do. Thank you. I want to know, hey, Don Clark, thank you. I want to know hey, Heather, what do you all do? So this is I have no doubt in my mind for me, this speaks to my Scientology. And hey, Vicki Andrews, it flares up it rears my ugly Scientology head. And hey, Jane, thank you. I get so incredibly triggered, and I want to know how you guys deal with these kinds of situations. I was a different person about it. I handled it better than I normally would, but I've also done a ton of work on myself, and I talk about this enough. Thank you, Noelle. Thanks, Lacey. I talk about this enough that I have to practice what I preach, or I'm a loser, quite honestly. So I was cool. I held my cool. I didn't flip out. But I'll tell you, I felt like Tom Cruise in Jerry Maguire. Remember that scene? I always laugh at that scene when he gets fired and he's like, don't worry. Don't worry. He's like, I'm not going to do what you all think I'm going to do, which is just flip out. Like he just loses it. I really, really relate to that scene. I actually really love that scene. And then when he's like, who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? And he's like, this is embarrassing. Like no one does. I'm taking the fish. When you have a pervasive problem, all the little comparatively stupid problems become huge. Oh, Alana, that's so validating, girl. Yes, that's it. That is DNV. That is I love the movie Jerry Maguire. I can't stand Tom Cruise, but I love Jerry Maguire. It's such a good movie. Cuba Gooding Jr. was so funny in that movie. Yes. Yes. And to add to this comment from Alana, it makes all your other stupid little problems become huge, and it makes it hard for you to treat, hey, Lenora Gray, treat others with respect and not have an attitude and not lose your self-control. And I know Anita Card. So that I've been put to the test this week with some customer service situations. And I don't usually have this problem, and it's unusual. So I want to share this because, one, I want to know how you guys deal with this kind of a thing. I'm curious. Like, this is a huge pet peeve for me. Like, you know why? So here's why it's okay. Inefficiency is a nightmare for Scientologists. It is the biggest nightmare for a Scientologist. That's why we have something, I'm speaking as a Scientologist right now, and I'm aware I'm doing it. That's why we have something called a comm lag. And I have talked about this before. Scientologists can't stand people with a slow comm lag. So if I say to you, do you remember, yes, Alana, so true. Do you remember where you put that box of winter stuff? Let's just say I ask you that. A Scientologist to another Scientologist would go, yeah, absolutely. No question. So it's in the top part of the closet, left side, not the right side. It's on the one with the blue shelf with the paper. Excellent. Got it. Thank you. That's boom. That's a quick comm lag. Chat ads? Never heard of it. I'm sorry, Anita Card. If you say, where is that box of winter clothes that I put away? And the person goes, did we put it in the upstairs? No. Is it in the basement? No. I think that's a slow comm lag. Scientologists can't stand that. I'm pretty broken of it. I don't really care. I never had that big of an issue with it. My first husband, Michael, had the slowest comm lag. You could ask him something and he would always do this. You could ask him anything and he would go, I don't know. And that would make me go, oh my God, dude, like you've got to, yeah, Renee B, I am very much like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I'm still that way, but I'm aware that I'm that way. And I really try to give myself grace. And I try to not be so judgmental of people's slow comm lags. So, but the point is inefficiency is a big, I call that inefficiency. If I say what happened to this and you go, pop, 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 I'm going to go, okay, great. Thank you so much. And like they want to save time. They're constantly talking in rapid bullet points. Yes. Scientologists you need to be producing. Busy, busy, busy. Come on, get those stats up, get that cleaning done, white glove that room. Like this is why I don't watch TV still. Like there's no sitting around. There isn't. You just don't do that. So I still have a little bit of there's some residual stuff there for me. So, but I don't know. I think, here's what I think. I think this is a human issue. I don't think this is a Scientology thing, but for me, it's from my background. So when I went to Ecuador, I called in advance to Verizon, which is my phone company, 2 weeks. How in the world did you go from that to talking to older people? Time mark? I don't know. They don't count. I have so much respect for older people. I can't even put that into words. Also, I love their stories. I love how much patience they give me. It's worth the wisdom. I can't even put that into words. Tennessee people talk slower. It's that country. My dad's that way. My dad will go, "Hey, Rice, you know what? What you need to do is," and I'll just be like, and my mom will be like, it's a thing for people in the South. It is. They don't move for anybody. Midwestern people aren't like that. It's no big deal. It's just a cultural thing. So I call Verizon before I go to Ecuador, 2 weeks before I go to Ecuador, because I am a planner. I like to have everything. Like if I'm taking a trip, I have everything planned and laid out a month or two in advance, always, right? Like I do not fly by the seat of my pants. I don't know if that's a female thing. I don't know if it's a Scientology thing, a cancer sign thing, but I am very rigid about this is what the plan is, right? We talk fast supposedly, so I don't want it quick. I sound right, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I like a fast talker. So I call Verizon because what happens is if you leave the country, they charge you what's called a travel pass, and it's like $15 a day. And so I called ahead of time and I said, I don't want to do the travel pass. I'm going to be gone for too many days. What kind of options can you lay out for me? And she goes, well, we can upgrade your plan and it's only $10 more a month than what you're spending now. And I was like, yes, do it, girl. Yes. Like I was so happy to talk to this woman. I was like, thank you for being efficient. I said, I thought this would be so much harder than it was. Like, thank you. So I go to Ecuador. I come back and hey, Anna Banana, thank you. And I get a text from Verizon that says, hey, whoa, your bill is way higher than usual. And you need to know that. It's like my bill was like $450. It was like $200 more than it should have been. It was like $225 more than it should have been. And I was like, well, I can't afford that. So I call Verizon and I'm like, hey, there seems to be a mix up. And I said, I already signed up for this plan. I was cool. I was like, mistakes happen. I just need you to fix it. The dude was really nice. Hey, Michelle Lynn. And he's like, it's all fixed. You're good. And I let him go. And a week later, it's like, your bill's coming up and it's $450. And I was like, you're effing kidding me. Now I'm a little pissed, right? Like I've sorted this out now, right? Hey, Rain. So I call back and I talked to this really sweet man. He was from India and he was so cute because I call and I go, hey, man, I was like, I'm really upset. I said, I don't want to take it out on you. I understand that this isn't your fault. I said, but I need this fixed. I'm not paying this bill and you haven't had me pay it yet. And we're getting close to the date. I said, so I'm not paying it. And he's like, hold on, Reese. And he's calling me Reese and he's so cute. And he's got me on hold for over an hour and he's coming back and he's like, I'm looking at this. I'm getting it solved. And he's so cute. After like the 45-minute point, he goes, Reese, he goes, are you still there? And I said, yeah. And he goes, make a cup of tea. He was like, calm down. I will fix this situation. And I was like, you are so cute. Like, thank you. He put me in my mind at ease. I was like, thank you for taking the time. So I get a text from Verizon while I'm on the phone with him that says, congratulations, which I'm like, why are you congratulating me? It says, congratulations, we've removed the charges on your bill and it's all back to the normal monthly rate. So I hang up with the dude and he's like, it's all taken care of. Thank you so much. While I was live on Cults and Crims last night, you didn't know this, but I nearly lost my shit. I'm live with Tommy and I look down and get a text on my phone and it says, Verizon Wireless thanks you for your payment. And it was $450. And I was like, like, I don't have that kind of money to be deducted out of my account. And I was sweating. Like I was having to play cool with Tommy and be like, like, ha, 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 ha. It was toward the end of the show. And I was like, and then I checked my bank account after the show and they had deducted it. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I cannot pay this. And I've called and so I want to know, how do you guys deal with something like that? That is really bad business, in my opinion. That is terrible. I called and sorted this out. It's not a credit card company, Renee B. It's my bank account. I called, like, they already effed this up in the first place. I called 2 weeks before I went to Ecuador and I already like planned in advance and they still couldn't get this right. Did you go all Hulk? It's very upsetting. Yeah, $450. It's not like we deducted an extra $50. Whoops. Like, okay, like we'll sort that out. I can't do that. That's, I'm not as rich as people think I am. Hey, Just Joan. So I was pissed. And the other thing that happened to me yesterday, and two of these happened to me yesterday. Before I went to Ecuador, who has heard of Nuuly? Nuuly. Who's heard of it? I had never heard of it. It is a used clothing service. It's through Anthropology, and apparently it's all Anthropology clothing, and it's one of those like you can rent, like you can pay, I guess, like $30 a month or 50 or whatever it is, and they'll send you outfits to wear and then you send it back. I'd never heard of that, and I would never do a service like that. I don't need to. I have plenty of clothes. I didn't know this, but they do a used sale stuff on anthro.com. So like I love Farm Rio. It's a brand. They are very expensive. I found a Farm Rio dress that's been used, but it said it was in good condition and it was like $22. Yeah, Alana, I was pissed. So I ordered it to take with me to Ecuador, and I ordered it with one other dress. It was like $22. And hold on, Cliff Ann, I'll tell you. And they didn't come before I left for Ecuador. Fine. I got back and I opened the box and these dresses are covered in bleach. There's bleach stains like splashed all over these dresses. And I was like, whoa, like that's weird. So I call Anthropology and they're like, you have to go through the newly like email with them. And the lady goes, we can step in, but you need to go through them first and solve it. I'm like, all right. So 6 weeks or 5 weeks now have gone by. I emailed newly and they're like, we need photos. And I'm like, okay, I already sent them, but okay. So I send them back photos. A week goes by, I hear nothing. So then I email them, hey, Linda, and I go, what are we doing? What's the status of this order? And they go, we didn't get your pictures. Can you try again? And I'm like, sure. This will be the third time I've sent them, but yeah. So I send them again, heard nothing. So then I email them and they're like, can you resend those photos? I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, is this somebody effing with me? Is this a joke? Like, this can't be right. So this goes on. Hey, Marissa Martin again. And up till 2 days ago, I was like, I write to the person and I go, I'm starting to get very angry. I have sent you these photos 5 times now and nobody's helping me. And they write back and they go, can you please resend the photos? And I'm like, okay. So I call Anthro yesterday, same thing. And I tell this woman on the phone and she goes, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do because it's through Newly. And I go, okay, then why did I buy this from anthropology.com? I didn't buy it from Newly. I bought it from anthropology.com. You. And she goes, I know, but there's nothing we can do about it. First of all, I don't like to hear there's nothing we can do, especially after I've gone through 5 weeks of this shit, right? Hey, Carol, I'm like, why is this happening to me? Because I'm a huge advocate of customer service people. My friend works in credit card customer service. And she tells me, she's like, it's the worst job I've ever had. People literally, she'll be like, hi, this is blah, blah, blah. Can I help you? And she said people will be like, ah, like just screaming. And I was like, yeah, I don't treat people like that. That's not my thing. So this really put me to the test. So this woman goes, there's nothing we can do. And I said, okay, I'm going to need to talk to like a supervisor or somebody because I don't think you're understanding. And I was like, I need help. So she puts me on hold for 20 minutes and then this lady comes on and I explain everything to her again. And she goes, okay, here's what I'm going to do. It'll take 3 to 5 business days to call you back. But she's like, we'll have to try to see what we can do on our end. And I'm like, okay, great. I don't care. I've been waiting 5 weeks. Just whatever you can do to help me. I hang up the phone and I get an email from a bigger supervisor at Anthropology named Andrew. And Andrew goes, hi, Reese, I just saw all your conversation here. And he goes, upon looking further, he goes, it looks like they have been responding to you. He's like, so there's nothing we can do. You're going to have to work with them. What he's seeing is that they are responding, but they keep just saying, can you resend photos? We didn't get them. Can you resend photos? We didn't get them. We didn't get your pictures. Like that's all he's seeing. And it's so frustrating. The big picture here is like the poor communication is unbelievable to me. Like this is kind of like when I go to a restaurant and I'm like, I'm going to have this omelet. I'm like, but I need the eggs super well done. Like burnt, like they can have burn marks on them. I cannot have any moisture in my eggs. Okay. Like I just want to be clear. And they're like, yeah, okay, got it. They bring out the eggs and it looks like pure mucus. And I'm like, where was I unclear about this? Like, I'm not mad at the person, but I'm like, I'm questioning my own sanity. I'm like, I couldn't have like repeated myself more. So it's the same thing in this situation. I'm like, I said every detail of this and they're still not getting it. So I'm like, fuck it. It's a loss. Just forget it. That's how I feel. So I threw the dresses in the trash because I can't donate them. They've got bleach all over them. And I'm like, fuck it. I don't care. For my own, excuse my language, but for my own sanity, right? Like I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this back and forth over $44. I'd like to get my money back. I even told her, I go, I don't even care if I get my money back. Just get me a dress that doesn't have bleach on it. Like, just send me another one. It's anthropology. Like, this is not a small business. Just send me another one. I can show you proof that they have bleach. But I was like, you know what? Like, I have to step back from this because, hey, Kim is blue. I start to get like, I get like really, really upset about the money and the waste. I get really pissed about that kind of thing. I'm like, I can't, like, I just can't keep dealing with it's weighing me down. Like, it's upsetting. It's taking up too much space in my head. So that I'm just cutting it as a loss. As far as Verizon, the woman today was very kind, and she goes, "We're gonna refund you." And I said, "When is my contract up? Because I never want to be a Verizon customer again. You guys have shown me like the inefficiency here is unreal. I have called 3 times and even got confirmation like that the problem was solved, and you still deducted $450 out of my account." And she's like, "Well, we're going to refund you. Like, I got approval. It'll be over the next like 5 to 10 days." And I was like, or I said, "I'm not being rude here." But I was like, "Are you really going to refund me? Because the last 2 people said this was taken care of and I had to call again." Like, how do you guys deal with that kind of a stuff? I'm 41 now. Okay, T-Mobile. You like T-Mobile. Are they expensive? AT&T I had with Jeff, and they were really expensive. Um, but yeah, no, I'm gonna have to. I can't. The problem is I'm stuck in my contract for the next 19 months. And she was like, "You can buy yourself out of the contract." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm clearly made of money since you took all that money last night." Yeah, Haley's hobbies. Pepperoni nips, Verizon and AT&T, who took out over 900 on Christmas Eve last year. Great. I've been with T-Mobile. Hey, Megan Roberts. T-Mobile. Everybody's saying they like T-Mobile. I can be extremely dramatic and can get a discount or resolve issues. Here's the thing. I don't like to do that. It's not my style. I am not a get the manager kind of a person. And I'm not saying you are, Renee B, but like, I don't enjoy, like, I don't want to, I don't want to, I don't, it's not the person's fault. It's the company's fault. But like, I'm not going to call them up and flip out on a total stranger. You know, they're just trying to get through their day. What's on my arm? Looks like a big tuft of cat hair. 5 lines with T-Mobile for $180. So I have Huxley's phone and I have my phone, and I pay about $220 a month. That is okay. So T-Mobile may be the cheapest, but the sucky thing is I'm stuck in this contract for the next 19 months. Helena, you're so cute. What a baby koala. It's cute even when she threatens me. That's adorable. So I wondered, they replaced the cable companies that, yeah, they hold you hostage. I never raise my voice. I just discuss my life and challenges. Most people are receptive. It's just Joe and I, we pay 140. Okay, so I'm being raked over the coals. Verizon is usually the most expensive. We've used T-Mobile for years. My husband is a kind of concierge for people to find cheapest phone. Okay. Send a detailed letter to top management, and writing often works. Thank you, Jill Turner. I just don't think they care. I mean, these are humongous companies. They don't give a shit. That's like going into a store and being like, "I will never shop here again." I hear people do that, and I'm like, "Are you lost? Do you need me to help you find the door?" Nobody cares. No one cares if you're never going to shop here again. I love how people try to shake you down by saying that. 4 lines, 200 a month. Wow. Hey, Franklin. Okay, so T-Mobile seems to be much cheaper. All right, that's something to consider when I move to Ecuador. I'm going to keep our American lines, even though I'm moving there. I'm also going to keep, of course, our health insurance and stuff because I'll be coming back and forth. Um, yeah, they know consumers don't have a lot of options. I gave it grace the first time. The second time I called, that guy was so cute, and he was like, "Make yourself a cup of tea, Reese." He was like, "I will fix the problem." And I was like, "You're an angel. Like, how can I get mad at you?" He was so kind. He was so sweet. Um, yeah, Megan Roberts, nobody cares. Um, Most companies will pay off your contract when you switch carriers. No way. Hey, Laura Lou, when am I moving? I'd like to move by the spring. I never get contracts anymore. I pay a bit more, but I'm a free to change. I didn't know there were contract free plans. Huh. If I can get out of a contract, I will do it. I would absolutely get out of Verizon. I told her, she goes, "I hope you don't leave us. I hope you change your mind." And I said, "It's just too late." I wasn't even like trying to be threatening. I just said, "It's just too late for me. You have let me down 3 times now. Like, I can't trust this company anymore. I can't work with you guys. Like, I have had to call. Do I still owe money on my phone?" Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's like $400 or $500 to get out of it, she said. And I said, "Yeah, nah, I don't have it. I can't do it. You already deducted that out of my account yesterday." They will pay you out of your contract, but they will take the money you owe for the phones. Okay, I'm switching. Thank you. Thank you for, I had no idea. They do that in Canada. Okay, interesting. Your phone bill is $25 a month? That's insane. I'm being ripped off. I can feel it. And I've got an old phone, like, it's like 2 generations ago iPhone. It's nothing fancy, and I don't care. I don't use, like, a ton of apps like a lot of people do. I just really use my phone to text and talk on the phone. I mean, I have, like, my banking on my phone and stuff like that, but I don't, like, dick around on my phone all day. Um, my husband would tell you to ask to speak with the retention team. At Verizon, Kelly, how did I pick Ecuador? I love it there. I went and visited there, and Tommy lives there. Yeah, okay, Kim is blue. Anyway, the point is, I'm not here to just dump on you and like, nah, first world problems. The bigger problem that's festering in my life is a very, like I said, highly personal, sensitive issue that I can't share because people would eat me alive. Um, that's crazy, Corvette 7. I'm getting ripped off. I see that now. Um, My question, well, not question. I'm proud of how I dealt with this because as an ex-Scientologist, and I think as anybody, this really put me to the test. And to be seriously honest and fair and true, I really am taking the whole wanting to be, I'm not going to be entirely Christ-like. I haven't even read the Bible, so it's not like I could even say what Christ really was like. I have an idea in my head, but I really am trying to be mindful of how I treat people, but not just outwardly with my mouth, how I actually think of people. Like, I don't want to hate anybody, including like calling and melting down on a company or a representative. Because I didn't fair game them. Yeah. How was the language through all that? I bet you did great. I didn't cuss her. I don't do that. I just want to say that real quick. I think it is so trashy to call a company and cuss. I think that's super trashy. I don't do it. I don't do it in public. I have no problem raising my voice. Like I said to the girl today, and I said to the guy last week, I said, I am very angry. I'm going to let you know. And I said that to her today. I said, I'm very angry. And I said, I need this problem solved. It's a serious issue at this point. I said, it's really escalated and I'm very upset. I would never, it's just not my style to call somebody and cuss them out. That is so trashy to me. I don't know why I do it here on my stream, but I would not, I don't think that's right to flip out like that on a total stranger when that's their job and they're just trying to get through the day, right? No way, no way. You would never hear me doing that. You also wouldn't hear me being like, I always loved Reese Witherspoon until I found out. Now she's cool now. I think it's fine. This was a long time ago. Do you remember when she was arrested for like a DUI like 20 years ago? And she said to the cop, she was like, "Do you know who I am?" I also would never do that. Not because I'm an anybody, I'm a nobody. But if I was a somebody, I also would never do that. Like, I would never threaten someone with a job or like any kind of clout. That's a joke and it's embarrassing and I don't want to know you. Um yeah, once you start cussing at people, they dismiss you. Yeah, you don't get anywhere by swearing at customer service even if you're frustrated. It's so trashy. It's so trashy. It's so out, like you have no control over yourself. Yeah, today I definitely started the call with I said, "This is my name. This is my account." I was like, "And I'm very, very upset." I said, "I just need you to know ahead of time." I wasn't like, "I'm upset." I wasn't yelling. I just said, "I'm very upset." And I said, "This is my third time trying to solve this issue after I was told it was solved the last two." I said, "So you have to understand it's escalated. I'm very upset." And she was like, "Okay, let me try to help you." And I said, "I would appreciate that so much." And I thanked her. I said, "Thank you for your time. Thank you for making the effort. I appreciate it." And I apologized. I said, "I'm sorry that I was so upset." Judy Lee, Reese reporting in on Ed Geese. Who's that? I've watched Dahmer, Bundy, etc. Nothing freaked me out until Ed had to watch in parts. Geese? Geese? Who is that? And why are they all named Ed? There's Ed Gain, Ed Kemper, and now there's Ed Geese. I'm starting to see a pattern here and it's freaking me out. Moral of the story, if you're married to an Ed, get the hell out of the house right now. You're in danger. Judy Lee, thank you so much for the super chat. Everybody's saying Ed Gain. Okay, I think Judy, okay, thankfully, hopefully she means Ed Gain. Because if she means there's another serial killer named Ed, if you guys know any Eds, you need to disconnect. Watch Dahmer, Bundy. Nothing freaked me out until Ed. Well, I think, hey, Honey Lou, that's wonderful. Yeah, don't name your kid Ed. If you're talking about Ed Gain, I don't know how to say his last name. That dude, thank you for your super chat. He, I don't know all the serial killers. This is going to be great content for Colson Crims. Yeah, Kim is, well, I understand. I'm a crier too. I cry. I don't yell at people. Okay, she spelled it wrong. Thank God. Judy Lee. Okay, all right. Yeah, sorry, Ed. We just can't hang out anymore. Mr. Ed was a creepy horse. What's with the Eds? You know, there's probably a lot of them around here. It's a lot of old man names. Ed Gein. Thank you, Yadira. Yeah, of all the serial killers, is he the worst? Would we call that guy the worst? You know, I heard that his character in Sounds of the Lambs, Buffalo Bill, was based on him. Have they made a lot of movies about Ed Gein? Gein partly inspired by Buffalo Bill. Hey, Little Mink. Eddie Vedder. Yeah, but they go by Eddie. That's different. Ed, you're clearly a murderer. Yeah. I almost, yeah. Yeah, Debbie A. First of all, does anybody know, like, I don't know why I did this to Tommy last night. What is his time period? When was he born and when did he die? Why in the world did he like, I can't. I don't know that we should get into this. It's a little freaky. Psycho, Sounds of the Lambs, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre are a few. I had two uncles named Ed, sweetest men I've ever known. True, Jamie Palmer, that you know of. Just kidding. I'm sure they were great. Okay. Does anybody know? Yeah, I don't know that I want to get into this conversation because I don't want to freak people out. By the way, I just want to report Ed Harris is hot. Yeah, no, he is. I kind of want to report, you know how I've been having my nightmare dreams? I just want to say I did have a bad dream last night, but it was much better than the evil pig dream I had the other night. I had a dream last night that I was dating Travis Kelce again. This is the second dream I've had that I was dating Travis Kelce, and it was terrifying because he is truly a laundry bag full of meat. I wouldn't date that guy if he knocked on my door and I was single and he was like, "Hey, I saw your YouTube channel." No. Now, if it was that Gronk guy, probably. Hey, Twyla. T-Mobile for 14 years. Best coverage. Okay. All right. Yeah. Ed Harris was hot. Were you Taylor Swift? No, I was Reese Quabell, Laura Lou, and it was super uncomp, and it was so weird. That dude is just truly. I'm sorry. And look, I kind of feel bad saying this. I recently found out. Fine, cheese. Debbie Zito, strike one. I didn't know that we were that far apart from each other, and I'm sorry to hear that. Are you eating too close to bedtime? Probably. Yeah, I would say that I eat all the time, and I definitely eat before bed. I keep a can of sriracha almonds next to my bed, and I pop them like M&Ms. I would date him not because of his looks, but he's a family man. Family man? He doesn't even have a family. Well, I guess he has a mom. What do you mean by this? I'm not sure we can be friends. Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna give him credit. Do you eat cheese late? Yeah, I eat cheese all the time. There's not a moment in life where I'm not like 3 inches away from cheese. I'm always near cheese. I love cheese. As a matter of fact, I'd like to go get some right now. Um, Eating close to bedtime is not good for you. Travis Kelce is married with 4 kids. No, he isn't. His brother is. And I don't think that dude has 4 kids. Hey, good luck to you, Carol. What is his brother's name? What's the brother's name? Help me. How come nobody? There's over 200 people in here. Come on, guys. Jojo, I don't think I can. Jason Kelsey. That dude is married with kids, but I don't think he has 4. Yeah, that dude. And he seems nice. He's burly. He looks like Paul Bunyan. If I had to date a professional athlete, it would be a hockey player. That's stick handling joke in there. Nice, Barbara Wade. I had a dream I was on vacation. I came downstairs and you and Tommy were there. That's absolutely adorable. Or a nightmare if you're one of our haters. Uh Reese Quabell, you know nothing about him. Jason Kelsey has 4 daughters. Ooh, wow. He gets down. That guy is prolific. He is answering the bone phone a lot. So does what's his name? The other one from Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes. My God. Wow. They have a lot of sex. Travis Kelce doesn't have kids. He's engaged to Taylor Swift. Now, how do I know that? And you don't know that. Look, okay, Debbie, I'm going to do it. I will say, I've changed my mind. I think I like Travis Kelce because he's really into animals and he gave money to a shelter. And what? What? Oh my, Yadira. Gross. Really? No. That's horrible. Mary Barons, I've been having really evil, like demonic dreams this week, and it's no good, girl. Mahomes is hot. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, animal lovers are my kind of guys. Okay, Yadira, that's fine. I mean, you've always been out there. You've always been a bit weird, and I guess I'm not surprised to read that. No one else is saying Mahomes is hot, so that makes the most sense. Um, Yes, Shelly Kelly, it switched over. It switched over to something new. Yeah, not my type. Not my type. Will you watch something if I send it to you? Forget it. I just answered that myself. Yeah, it's funny how many people send me stuff and they're like, "Did you watch that?" I'm like, "Absolutely not." But it looks like you're doing great. Debbie, I might do it. It depends on the length. If somebody sends me something and they're like, "Hey, I want you to watch this," and it's 47 minutes, I'm like, who are you? Like, have we met? If it's like a 2-minute reel, I'll do it. I don't find any athletes attractive except that Gronk guy. He's attractive, and it's weird because he's like 22 years old. I'm not comfortable with it either. I don't really want to. I think we need to process through that, and it's a whole thing. I haven't. I probably need to talk to my therapist. Travis dreams of having otters in his yard. He loves baby and mama otters. Oh, all right. I love otters. I would like to have an otter and a capybara. Could they live together? Can you put an otter with a capybara? It's true. Reese still hasn't seen Joe's documentary. This is a fact. I do not watch the television. I don't do it. Yadira, don't be rude. I don't like grunk. It is not grunk. It is gronk. Girl, you better get it right, Yadira, especially if you're going to have a crush on Mahomes. Gronk is 36. Yeah, I'm in my mid to late 40s, Kim is blue. That's practically like underage behavior. And yet we stay here every day for at least 2 hours. Girls got skills. I do have skills. I miss my skills and I wish I could apply them more often. Travis wants to rescue a wild otter and feed it. It's the weirdest fucking sentence I've ever. What? Debbie, take that back. Travis wants to rescue. Hey, Lisa. Why is this sentence so funny to me? Hey, Lisa Kelson. I would hope that if you're going to rescue any animal, that you would feed it. Travis wants to rescue a wild otter and feed it. I feel like he just ate a gummy. Like, that is the weirdest sentence I've ever read. How come nobody else finds that weird? Mary Barron's boyfriend is 11 years younger. Get it, girl? You know what? I like the olds. It's okay to like the younger ones, Mary Barron's. It's perfectly okay, girl. And I'm happy that you guys are back together. Gronk might be good looking, but when he opens his mouth, gross. Sounds like a doofus who's really into himself. Oh, does he? Is he a dick swinger? Oh, I didn't know that. Forget it. I've never heard him talk. I just thought I like his nose. Okay. I'd love to go with you, Alana, if you have room for one more. It went great. It went great. Soon Taylor will be writing songs about otters. It's not that I don't like people. I just wait. Who said this? What is this quote? It's not that I don't like people. I just feel better when they're not around. What? That's the best thing I've ever read in my life. This is the true story of me. If I wrote a book about myself, that's what it would be titled right there. It's not that I don't like people. I just feel better. That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life. That is so soothing. I'm going to start saying that all the time. It's not that I don't like you. I just feel better when you're not around. That's absolute gold. Those are words written in gold. My oldest son likes otters and frogs. That's adorable. And he turned 21 yesterday. So tell him again that we love him and I love you. Thank you for your super chat. Debbie A. Wow. Oh, it's from a movie? Okay. What movie? Gronk has always seemed a little on the dumb side. I didn't know this, guys. I can't be with a dumb guy. That's why I'm with Tommy. Tommy's very smart. He's intelligent. He's quick. He's funny. I can't be hanging out with a bunch of dummies because I'm not the brightest. So if I hang around with other dumb bums, it's not where it's at for me. I enjoy being home alone. Rain virus, same. I really don't need a lot of people in my life. I find the more people, the bigger the problems, I find. You don't like Jason Momoa either? Gross. Yadira, she certainly has a type. We're not gonna make fun of it. Yadira has a lot of different options in her life that she chooses. And I think it's just her culture, right? She's not American. I'd like to feed an otter. Time mark. It's just such a funny sentence. He wants to adopt an otter and feed it. You know who sounds like they're not burdened by deep thought? Travis Kelce. If he said that, I want to ew, Just Joan, Jason Momoa, gross. I want to adopt an otter and feed it. Just feels like a strange it just doesn't feels like a strange sentence to me. Hey, DS Kitty Diane. That's that's willy-nilly. That's silly right there. I don't know what else to say. You know you've arrived when you spontaneously say something uncomfortable and you're not bothered by the silence that follows by others. That's a good point. What is a himbo? I keep seeing the word himbo. Guys, you have to remember that I'm older than you. John Mayer? Gross. No, 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 no. No. I saved something today and I want to see if I know what it is. What did I call it? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, well, oh, by the way, I thought this was the funniest thing I've ever seen. You know how you guys were all posting things on Facebook about the Northern Lights? Read this. I didn't see the Northern Lights, but I just like to be included. That was the funniest shit I'd seen in a while. Maybe I'm just not as funny as I used to be. That really made me laugh. It gave me a chuckle. So, there's one other thing. There's one other thing. And I was going to post this in the Facebook group today. How is everyone doing? I'll go first. I'm doing bad. That's true, Time Mark. I'm feeling sorry for myself. Thank you, Anita Card. Guys, speaking of assholes, speaking of raging assholes, Rain, I thought that was so funny. I didn't see the Northern Lights, but I just wanted to be included. Holy shit. Oh, Linda. Look, I got your super chat this time. Otters are awesome sauce, and I'm happy for you to say it, and I'm happy to read it aloud as long as you pay to play. And that's what Linda did. Thank you, Linda. Love you, girl. Thank you. Guys, speaking of assholes, there's one other rant before we leave. I'm not going to name names. No point in doing that. I'm past the point. I have one quick rant. I got to get this out. How am I going to get this out? Yadira, that's not bad. Jessica Chastain is hot. Oh, Lisa Kelson, interesting. Richard Gere's, yeah. Pierce Brosnan, no, absolutely not. Julia Roberts is gorgeous. Holly Berry's never done it for me. I would like to hug a koala. I would like to put one in my suitcase. Buffy, how do you know where I'm going, Buffy? Are you magical about this? Are you a fortune teller? Buffy, what is it that you think I'm going to say? I dragged my big behind out there 2 nights in a row to see them and nothing. Very upset. I am not. Nobody will ever come to me and be like, Reese, you got to get up at 2 a.m. and go see a shooting star. That's going to happen. That's never going to happen for me. Time Mark, that's hilarious. Joanne did hug a koala. Heather Huckleberry got a job offer today. Good for you, babe. Okay, so just real quick, I don't know how I'm going to get this out, but I do have a quick rant, just really fast. Do not, boy, I shouldn't do it. How can I do it? Let me think like a Scientologist to give an acceptable truth. One moment, please. I can't. I don't have that kind of time. Okay, I'll put it in a backpack. Thanks, Pook. You're adorable, Helena. So do not come at me and start shit by coming at me. That didn't make any sense, but don't do it. Do not do it. Somebody started some shit. Do we all know what I'm talking about? Did you guys see it? Don't start shit. Well, thanks, Lisa Kelson. Travis Kelce and Jason Momoa are amazeballs. Don't say other words. You can absolutely say amazeballs. You just have to pay to play. Debbie Zito, you did beautifully. Thank you for that. Be more like Debbie Zito, everybody. Love you, Debbie. Yep, Buffy. Okay, Squirrel Girl saw it. Okay. My period starts a week from today, and I think that's where this is coming from. Don't start shit and then be like, oops, sorry, I didn't realize that you were so aggressive. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Did they start shit and get upset with you? Yeah. What does that mean that says something like they get mad at their disrespect to you or whatever it is? Like, don't come stirring pots. And then when the people respond, don't then say, and I'm not talking about the person who started it, by the way. I'm actually not talking about the person who started the original post. There was somebody else in the post that was a little bit nasty. Okay. I saw it. I saw that shit from afar. You think I'm not the eye in the sky? I know everything. That's not true at all, but I try to. Somebody put a post up, Kim is Blue, and it was zesty. Okay. And Lumen. And then I sat there all day on it because I had shit to do today, and it kept popping me up and tagging me. And it was like, your name was mentioned, Reese. This is such a smart thing to say. Yes. I felt like Michael Malloy just then. Remember when he used to do that? He'd go, yes. So cute. Don't tickle my trigger, then blame my gun for going off. Yes. I'll explain. Don't speak to what you don't know as 100% fact. I'm going to add to that. Don't hear what I didn't say. So don't speak to what the fuck you don't know as fact. Excuse me, it's Loose Lip Friday night. We're ranting. It's in the title. I'm sorry. Cuss words come with it. Don't speak to what you don't know as fact. And then when someone responds, don't fucking hear what I didn't say. Do not start shit. And then, see, these kind of people make me crazy. Jeff used to do this. People poke. And then finally you'll respond after the 9th poke. And they go, see? She's aggressive. I am too old and I have been married way too many times. I have boned way too many people. I have attracted way too many mother effers in my life that do that. Don't put words into my mouth. Yep. Okay, well, Marissa Martin, you did the right thing. People were saying things. Guys, help me. Somebody help me so that I don't step into a big pile of shit. I'll wait. Can you guys help me? Somebody smarter than me. Come on, just say something. I think this is one of the reasons I got upset. I was mad about the Verizon thing, but this needs to be said. Okay, it's pretty good. Lumen, I love that. People were saying things that were not in their lane. Yes. But people do that all the time, let's be honest. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to. It's not worth it. But it's actually worth it because I'm not starting shit. This isn't me starting shit. I don't want to start shit. I'm not a shit starter. Somebody posted and it really revved up the group. That comment was made to bait you. It wasn't out of concern. I agree. It was made to bait me. Don't feed me bullshit and tell me it's chicken. So somebody posted something. And again, I'm not mad at the original poster. I've actually talked to the original poster. Like, it's okay. We've sorted that out. Somebody posted something that was like, I like Reese And I like other content creators too. Carol, oh my God, that reminded me of that story where the guy, his wife rolled in the wheelchair on that moving train at the Tampa airport or whatever airport it was, and she went flying in her wheelchair when the train started because he wasn't holding on to her, and she was like, "Whoa!" And me and some lady had to go get her, and all the guy did was yell at her for it. He went, "Carol!" Do you remember that? That was the craziest shit that had ever happened to me in 2023. And a lot went down in 2023. It was one of those moving things in an airport, like a train. And the dude sat down and let go of his wife's wheelchair. And you know those things that say, like, hold on, the train's about to start. Dude just took a load off and then yelled at her for it. This woman went flying in a wheelchair down a train and went, whoa! She sounded like a ghost in the Biltmore at midnight in the kitchen. It was like, whoa! And he went, Carol, like it was her fault. That was the craziest shit I'd ever seen. And am I freezing? Does this mean I'm freezing up? What does that mean? Oh my God. And we had to go get the lady. We had to go get Carol and then reeled her back. And I'm trying not to laugh. And this dude holds on to her one side of her wheelchair for a second, and then he lets go again. And Carol does it. Yes, it happened twice. Carol starts rocking and rolling again. She's like, ah! And I was like, holy shit, I'm not chasing after Carol again. Like, get off your ass. You guys have been married for 50 years. I get that, like, you want her to obviously die before you. This isn't the way to do it, dude. That was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. And he yelled at her for it. Typical chillest type of husband. He was like, Carol. I was like, Carol, get off your ass, Jack. Oh my God. Poor Carol, too. She just really rolled on down that train. And you know how fast those things move. Her poor arms went out and she went, ah! Sorry, I keep doing that. That's what happened. And I'm sitting there with a suitcase and a bag on my shoulder. And I was like, is this really happening? This is not happening. This woman is screaming, flying down a wheelchair on a train. I had to go after her. I have asthma. Like, I can't be running after Carol all day. I don't get paid to do these kinds of jobs. Okay. I'm not that good of a Samaritan. Yeah, he blamed Carol for rolling around. That was the craziest shit. Carol! Thank you, Carol, for your super sticker. Wow. What a time to be alive. I'm not a candidate for that, Lisa Kelson. I was like, sir, keep Carol contained. I cannot afford my inhalers. Okay. I can't be running and sprinting after Carol. Abigail, I don't know what that means. So, I'm a decent Samaritan. I'm a so-so Samaritan. I'm a mediocre Samaritan. Okay. I'm not the best Samaritan. You might think so. Back on track. So just really quick, just because we're ranting and it's that kind of a night, and poor fucking Carol. I hope she's all right. She's probably on the train tracks in Florida somewhere. And he's like, Carol. And he's like shoving her onto the tracks. Let's hope that's not happening. But he seemed a tinge evil. What? Marissa Martin, I've only heard you say you got love from, yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying, Marissa Martin. I forgot about the subject. Poor Carol. Hey, DP in Tennessee. So somebody implied, let's just get this over with. Lisa Kelson. Somebody implied, I washed my hair today. Like, why is it looking dirty? It looks like greasy. Come on. Carol. Shelly Kelly. There's evil afoot. Okay. Oh my God, third eye open. So somebody implied today with another content creator that we don't get along and that's too bad. And but we're still sad about it. And I was like, most definitely. Like, I would not say otherwise or other words. And I didn't comment on the post because I don't get involved in drama, and I really should have just removed the post, but I didn't because I had a full day of shit going on. I kept getting tagged in this post, which is always kind of funny. When there's like 44 comments, I think it's funny when people like tag you in every comment. Like, I have seen it. Thank you. Thank you. It's okay. There's always a flash of blame. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Lumen for sure. So baby lily pad, I don't comment on this because I truly am like no comment. I'm not commenting. I don't take it's still buffering. Am I frozen? How come nobody's commenting on that? Help me. Nobody's saying, Reese, you're frozen. Everybody would, when I freeze up, like 75 people at once go, you're frozen. Okay, reflections. I'm sorry that's happening, but nobody else is having that problem. It might be your intranet. I did mispronounce that intentionally. Okay, thanks, Rain. All right, good, good, good. Okay, so I don't take joy these days. And yeah, Lana, I just want to make something very clear. And this person is succeeding in baiting me. Look at that. But I think I'm doing it mindfully. I wouldn't talk about this if I really didn't want to. This is not something that I can't hold back on. I'm not reacting because I have to. No, it's just really I don't have any other content tonight. I'm trying to make 2 hours stretch, to be honest. I don't have anything else to talk about. So it's just kind of it's on the list, right? So here's the thing about that. And I'm going to be very poor Carol. Joanne Holly. They see me rolling. Poor Carol, rolling, rolling, rolling. Joanne, oh my God. It's so funny. Oh my God, I love her. Thank you for the super chat. Squirrel Girl says, I appreciated your response. I felt it was quite appropriate. Okay. So here's what happened. Finally, in this Facebook group that we're in, somebody said, hey, Haggis, somebody said, I really like all content creators that have to do with like ex-Scientology or whatever it is. And first of all, we don't really allow that in our group. I don't do it here. I don't talk about content creators. I truly do respect the ex-Scientology community. I give them more grace than others because of what they've been through, right? So I'm not lying when I say that, and I'm certainly not kissing anybody's ass. If I hated someone, you'd know it, to be quite honest. Like, I feel indifferent about it. None of us work together anymore, and that's the best possible outcome. Everybody leaves everybody alone, and that's the way it should be. There's no reason to throw fire shots at each other. And I'm not talking about one specific person. I'm talking about really the ex-Scientology community. I'm fine being alone. I don't miss anything. I'm not sad. I wish everybody well. I don't hate anybody. And that does, I'm not speaking for them. I wouldn't be surprised if they hate the shit out of me. I don't control what other people think, and I don't have any interest in what people think about me. It makes no difference in my daily life because I stand on my beliefs and I know me and I like me. So I like my growth and I like the direction I'm going in. And I'm doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that are like really fulfilling my heart, making me much better. And I want to continue to help people in and out of Scientology. I just would like to try to help inspire people, help them in any way I can. I'm not trying to do more damage. I just don't want to. I'm in my own lane. I'm doing my own thing. So, thank you, Marissa Martin. So, I have no problem whatsoever. It doesn't even cross my mind. I'm going to take that back where I said I have no problem because that's too extreme. It doesn't even cross my mother effing mind who you guys watch. It doesn't cross my mind if you're watching another content creator that you think I don't like, or you think that I'm beefing with, or you think hates me. This is the beautiful thing of being out of Scientology. You can do whatever you want. And I am never going to judge what you do, what you don't do. I don't think less of you. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think you should educate yourself and watch whoever you want to watch. It doesn't take up any space in my mind what you're doing. You should never feel like, ooh, I feel bad that I watch Reese and these people. It doesn't cross my mind. I think you should support and love and give views to whoever you want. Why would I insert myself into that? What does that have to do with me? Nothing. Like, that's entitled as shit. Carol, that's entitled as shit for me to be. Yeah, it's not a cult. I don't care who you watch. It doesn't matter to me who you support. I stand on my feet. Hey, Reese, love you. I love you, Skipper. Thank you for being a member. Exactly. So I just want to make, unless you're watching Nazis, that's, yeah, Marissa Martin, I do frown upon that. I don't, you have never made me feel like that at all. It's one of the things I love best about you. It's because I truly don't, it doesn't even cross my thoughts. I'm here doing my thing. This is what I want to do. I don't want to stir a pot. I don't want to call out other people. I don't want to start shit with other people. Now, at the same time, I'm not weak. People will not start shit with me and I lay down and take it either. And I am not going to kiss anybody's ass. I'm not sitting here going, I don't mind anybody. I'm Switzerland. No, I really mean that. I wish everybody well. I don't have any place to be hateful, right? There, I don't hold any grudges as of right now. Thank you, Critters Creations. But the point of this is, the point of what I'm saying is, in this group discussion today, somebody took it upon themselves to say, I used to feel safe in this group, something like this, but now I feel like I have to pick a side. The fuck? What in the pot stirring? What? Like, why would you feel that way? I have never once, I have never implied that. I would never imply that. I don't think that way. It's not in my heart. It's not in my thoughts. Why would I care what you're doing inside your home and who you're watching? That's weird. It's weird to care. Just so you know, it's weird to care. That's controlling. I'm not controlling of what you watch on YouTube or Netflix or pornographic channels. I don't want to know. I'm not in the loop, and I'm not in the loop intentionally. I feel like this is a personal growth channel with a side of ex-Scientology. I don't feel any pressure to choose a side ever. Thank you, Honey Lou. You shouldn't. And Lisa Kelson, this is my new saying about everything with the haters and any of that. I say this at least once a day in my head. It's weird to care. If you're making videos about me and Tommy, or you're speculating on my life and we don't really know each other, or we hardly know each other, or I'm a total stranger, it's weird to care. It's weird that you care. It's creepy. I don't waste or spend any time thinking about the inner workings of somebody else's life, relationship, sex life, who they're watching. I never, as a matter of fact, I probably am almost too tuned out to that. Like, sometimes Tommy we'll have a conversation, or this has happened with an ex-friend of mine, and they're like, Reese, how did that not cross your mind? Like, they'll ask me something and I'm like, oh, who? I don't know. And they're like, what? You don't even think about it? Like, how did that not cross your mind? I don't give a shit about the daily interworkings of other people's lives. Why would I give a shit? I don't know if that's, hey, Olga? I don't know if that's a Scientologist thing. It's weird as shit to care. And it's even weirder to make someone feel like they have to make a choice on who they watch on YouTube. YouTube? What? Like, it's so weird to me. It's creepy weird. I pick my backside. It's cuter. Same. I'm heavier in the front, but from the back, I look skinnier. It's weird. Thanks for sharing, Skipper, and thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Kim is blue. It's super weird. Let me look. I'm looking for it. So I'm not gonna read breaking news. Reese makes us only watch her more tonight at 11. I've lost over 4,000 subscribers. I'm over that. I don't give a shit who feels like they don't want to be here anymore. Like, I wish you well. This is YouTube. This isn't the end of the world. Like, life's gonna move right on, march right all over us. What does Dolly Parton say in Steel Magnolias? Honey, time marches on, and eventually it marches right across your face. I don't care. I don't care about my haters. I don't care about the interworkings of your marriage. I don't care that you're moving to another country and it's weird as shit to be concerned about that, unless we're friends or something, but it's a little obsessive and weird. Hey, Crafty Carrie. Going back, how would you have handled the Verizon thing in Scientology? I would have flipped my shit out. Probably wouldn't have cussed, but I would have been like, here's how this is going to go. Like, I would have sounded like Satan. I didn't even know there were sides. I didn't either. There are no sides. Pick who you like and live your life. Pick what you love and let it kill you. I don't get that significance. I don't give a shit who you watch. Maybe you're obsessed with Dr. Phil. Maybe you like that tiger guy. Like, I don't. It's very strange to me. It's a show. It's a show. So here's what I said. This person said, this group is very black and white. It used to be fun, kind, and welcoming. Now it feels like if we don't choose a side, we are not welcome. That feels like baiting. And so, hey, Lori Lee, I wrote this person back. And I said, who are we that makes you feel like you have to choose a side? I love when people speak in generalities. That's something you're spotted to train in Scientology and spot. I feel like, what did she say? Now it feels like if we don't choose a side, we are not welcome. Don't bullshit me. I love when people group people together. That is such a red flag to me. If you can't be specific, get out. Do not speak for a group of people that are non-existent, right? So I wrote, who are we that are making you feel like you have to choose a side? And I said, I've never once said that or implied the idea. The problem with any group is that if you post an opinion about something heated like this topic, people are going to give you their opinions and you will get strong opinions. Right? And I hope everything's going to be okay. And I said, and I do not discuss other content creators. It is not my business to insert myself. That's what I wrote. I hope this mess gets sorted out, and it's very unfortunate. And I said, you most certainly do not have to be in this group if it's not for you anymore. You think I'm afraid to lose people? Can you make a shoe smell? Are you fucking nuts? I've lost 4,000 people. I want you guys to be here, but only if you want to be here. Don't be here because you hate me. We'll see that. We'll spot it. Eventually you will show your true colors. Don't do that. Nobody's forcing anybody to pick a side. I think what has happened, I personally don't insert myself into that. I have to be honest. I don't know the details. I don't. And a lot of people are going to go, sure you don't. I don't. I hope the best. I don't hope anything bad for any other of my fellow ex-content creators that I used to work with. That's not the goal. That's not the goal. Scientology loves that shit. I don't play those games. I don't hope anything bad. I just want to make that clear. Nobody's attacking me, and I'm not attacking any of them, and I'm not going to. I really hope that everybody ends up being okay and that gets sorted out. I don't take joy in anybody being arrested or in danger or in trouble or hurt. Why would anybody do that? That's a dark-hearted, horrible thing to do. Hey, Adele. But I also don't need to come out and give my opinion one way or the other. I've been talking about this for days. I'm not going to insert myself into that. It's not my business. We're not friends. I don't talk to these people. Like, I don't need to do a show on it, and I'm not going to insert my opinions on it. It's not my place to do that, except wish them well, right? Like, get out of here. If you think you're going to bait me into like saying something mean or trashy, thanks, Wendy R. You got me all wrong if that's what you're thinking. I don't hey, no drama llama, thank you. Who are you supposed to be on the other side from? I'm not sure. What is this sides shit? It's news to me, but don't come in trying to into my Facebook group. Don't come into my then so I'll just tell you. When I did that response, the person messaged me privately, right? You got to have words with me. Got to make sure I'm in trouble, right? They said, I was not actually referring to you directly, but some of the ugly comments on the post, not point taken. I'll miss your content. I wish you nothing but love and happiness. Do you? That feels very passive aggressive. There were no ugly comments that I'm aware of. The whole fucking thing was taken down as far as I know. Because I don't trash other content creators, and that's a reflection on me if I allow my group to do it. Mods will remove your comments in here if you do it. I'm serious about that shit. I may not agree with everybody on planet Earth. You're not going to come in here and trash them, though. That's not cool either. And we all came from the same horrible place. I give those people grace. They don't have to give me grace. I'm not saying this to try to even the playing field. I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about me. I'm in my own lane telling you how I feel. Doesn't matter how other people feel. I just wrote her back and I was like, thanks. Bye. I'm sorry, but I consider it very rude to stir up shit and then be like, this group has become very dark. Like, what are you doing? You think we don't see through that? I love it when people do that. I love it when people start shit and then they're like, what's with all the negativity in here? What? You started that. You really don't see that you were the one who lit that? Who lit that wick? Get out of here. Not cool. I really do have to follow what I preach these days. What I say, words matter. I really am not hateful anymore. I really don't think those dark thoughts anymore of like, I hope something really bad happens to that person. I don't. I don't. I'm trying to walk a better path and be a better person and have more kindness and love in my heart because Scientology put a lot of hate into my heart. And whether or not you do that with me or whether or not other people do that, I don't care. I don't care. This is about what I'm doing. I don't care what other people are doing. You know, Mel Robbins, let them. It doesn't matter to me. I'm simply trying to change how I feel about things. And I don't want to be ugly. Therefore, I won't be. You will not bait me into being ugly. But don't start a spark and then blame a group for being like, I don't feel welcome here. Why? Because your comment wasn't validated? Because nobody, not one person, is implying that sides need to be picked. That's super weird. That's super weird. This isn't dodgeball. That's super weird. I would never expect anyone to pick a side about anything. That's just not how my mind operates. Joanne Hawley, we are not all adults here. We are supposed to be capable of making our own decisions. It's called free will to do what you want. No one cares who watches who. I know I don't. Exactly. And here's the problem. I'm addressing this to probably less than 1% of people who this even matters to. Because most of us in here, I love what Tommy said the other day. You are your audience. I love this audience because it's a bunch of very mature people who want similar things to what we all talk about, which is being accountable when you screw up, growth, right? Trying to be a better mom, trying to recognize your boundaries, when you should say no. Thank you for that, Joanne. And thank you for your super chat. I'm interested in growing and getting better. So, like, I don't think too many people are interested in pulling us back down into, like I say, pot stirring weirdness. Twyla, thank you for becoming a member. Wow, that's very nice. Hey, Armine. I remember dodgeball at a very young age in grade school, and it scared the shit out of me. I hated it. It freaked me out. Thank you, Twyla, for becoming a member. Do you guys see what I was saying there? I hate that I like overdid that. I probably shouldn't have. But I really have to call that out these days. It's like the lady Constance who left that really awful comment on my channel the other day about like, you really should rethink your behavior. And I can't believe that you got a tattoo and you're spending money on, like, gross. Those are the kind of people we don't want to be around. Those are toxic individuals. And I'm saying toxic very mindfully. Those are shit starters. Like, I'm not interested in what you have to say anymore. You understand? Like, I'm going to call that out. I'm not melting down about it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. But you need to be called out because you're a full ass adult. That's not the growth we're trying to work toward. Hey, Kay Thompson. Another get in line. It's easy to just go see another stream, right? Like, just why? It's weird to me still why someone has to privately, personally reach out to me and be like, take care. I'm never going to watch you again. It's the same person that's like, I need a manager. I'm never shopping here again. This is YouTube. I gain a sub and then I lose 50. And then I gain a sub and then I lose 50. And I'm perfectly okay. I sleep just fine at night. Hey, Joyce, this is a great stream. Loved you. Good. I'm glad somebody thinks so because I think it's a shit stream. Thank you, Joyce, because we're just all over the place. Thanks for being a member. I love it when you're in here. Oh my God. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. It's weird, controlling behavior. It's basically childlike to me. Like, I didn't get what I want, and I want you to know it, and I'm leaving. Like, okay. I'm not angry about that. I'm not mad at the person who started that shit, but I'm telling you, thank you, Megan Roberts. I'm just telling you, you will be called out on it. Not necessarily on my channel, but you were in my group. I finally stood up for myself. Once that came along, I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. We're not going to start this rumor. We're not going to light this fire of like, you're making us choose. What? Choose what? How could I force you to choose when one, I don't care. I don't even watch YouTube. But two, it's an attention grab. How could I do that when I don't even dislike the people you're talking about? You make it sound like I'm hateful and like, don't watch any other channels. I don't even dislike those channels. What are you doing? Like, you just look like a jackass. Carol, every time I see her name now, I'm going to say it like that. All right, Yadira. Yadira's right. Everybody take a drink. Noelle, what a beautiful thing to say. Thank you, Jamie Palmer. Great picture of you. She is so pretty. I'm trying to grow and get better. Self-reflection. I thought it was a weird thing to make statements for someone else. It is so, guys, please pay attention to that. Don't do that. Don't do it. It is so trashy and low quality to be like, we, they, right? Like, don't speak for other people. I really try to be mindful of that. If you ever notice when I talk about Scientology stories, do you ever notice most of the time I'm like, I only speak for me here. I don't want to speak for other people. I don't like speak. I'm very specific. I never want to tell a Scientology story and be like, well, so all of us and we, how do I know what they went through? How do I know they experienced what I experienced? I don't. Therefore, I don't speak for other people. How many times have you heard me this week say, I don't know. We'll have to ask Tommy. I don't want to speak for him. I do not, Tommy, right? My partner. I'm not going to speak for him. I'm not even going to do it for him. And I know him quite well. I probably could speak for him on to a lot of things. I don't do that. It's really weird to do that. West Coast Fancy Nancy, thank you for that, babe. Happy Friday. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, Jessamine, don't lump me in. I do not like people speaking for people. It's really uncool. Linda, this stream is awesome possum. See? We'll say it. No problem. She paid to play. She paid to say. Love you, Linda. Thank you for your super chat. It's like, yeah. I would love to know who we is. I don't get why they have to announce their departure. I don't know either. I think because it makes people feel more powerful to do that. I watch this channel literally every day, and I've heard you comment on that specific content creator maybe twice in a year. Yeah. Maybe twice this year that I've commented on any content creators. And to be totally honest, this isn't me being mean. I don't care. I spend zero time thinking about other content creators. I have so much going on in my life, some good behind the scenes. But like I said, I have a very seriously heavy weighing on me, eating at me, gnawing at my soul problem right now. The last thing I'm going to fucking think about are other content creators that I don't work with. Why do I give a shit? It doesn't even cross my mind. But to be fair, a lot of people on YouTube, but also in my own life, don't cross my mind. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean I don't like them. It doesn't mean I don't care about them. I just don't waste a lot of time thinking about the interworkings of somebody else's life and their lifestyle and what, they should be doing this. I can't believe they did this. I can't believe their marriage is that. Like, that's weird to care. You can't control it. And it's weird to think about it that much. Yeah, they definitely are trying to provoke you on purpose. Do you think it's on purpose for other content creators? I think that's the biggest thing. You have to watch being a content creator is people absolutely provoke you. My haters, I believe, if I were to go watch them, I would put every dollar in my bank account, which is a lot less now that Verizon just took it all. But I would be willing to bet everything I have. They absolutely are trying to provoke me to retaliate, to make a video about them. I have no doubt. That's how they make their money. I mean, there are content creators out there that have nothing to do with me, that have never don't know who I am, put my name in their mouth, who are constantly provoking people. That's how they make their money. Some people take the bait. I don't watch it. I don't care. Quite honestly, frankly, they're losers. And I mean that by the opposite of winners. They're losers. I don't create content making fun of other people. I'll never do that. I was just about to say, you're way too busy in your life to worry about. I am way too busy in my own life. Like, I'm trying to figure out how to move to another country. I have a serious problem. Time Mark in the Facebook group. Yes. I have a serious problem that, again, I can't talk about. I'm not trying to bait you guys by keeping to bring it up. I'm just saying I have a really big problem that's going on in my life. And again, I'm trying to figure out to move to Ecuador. I need to sell every piece of anything and everything that I have. I got to sell my car. The last thing I'm thinking about is what another person is doing on the ins and outs of their life and who they're talking to and who they're married to and how they live. Thank you so much, Carol. Most of us are here because you make great and thought-provoking content. Yeah, that's the kind of content I'm interested in, is like real human behavioral stuff. The stuff that we F up on, the things that we need to take accountability for, real life problems, healing, growth. I'm not interested in attacking other people. That's low life shit and it's lame. And I'm not that low of quality. I feel good sending you bits of money. That is very nice, Skipper, and I appreciate that so much right now. You have no idea. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Crafty Carrie, it's not that we're talking about any one content creator. I think honestly the person was talking about several. I think they were trying to imply more than one. And it doesn't matter because I'm not hateful I am not angry at any content creators. I'm not beefing with anyone. I'm not mad at anyone. I'm not trying to start shit with anyone. It's such a strong, beautiful feeling to just breathe in, breathe out, and go, I ain't fighting with anybody. They can fight me. They can spin their wheels and look stupid, naming my name all the time and putting out content on me. I will not bite back. So you just look insane, quite honestly. Again, it goes back to it's weird to care. It's weird to care, right? Some people need a hobby. We love you, Reese. Glad to be on this journey with you. And of course, Tommy. Thank you, Wendy R. Me too. Most people, this is so true. Most people here probably know about drama between different YouTubers. Reese hardly knows their names. That is a fact. I do not get involved in it. I absolutely am aware people have announced it here in the stream today and yesterday that apparently Aaron was arrested. I have no idea why. I don't know the details. I don't know what led to this. I don't know if he's in jail for the next 10 years. I don't know if it's a felony. I don't know if he gets out tonight. I don't know anything. I'm out of the loop intentionally. I don't want to know, but I will say that's horrible. That doesn't make me happy. That's terrible. That's terrible news. I think that's sad. The dude has a family. Like I'm not here to be like, "Woo!" That's doesn't make me happy. You know, I don't attack his friends. I don't get involved in all that. I got to be honest, I'm better than that. I'm not going to do that. I don't take joy in anybody sitting in jail. That sucks. That's awful. So I want to be clear about that. I never, ever mention his name because it's not anything I want to insert my opinion on. I don't need to do that. I don't know him right now at this point in my life. All I know is that's terrible. That's too bad. Like, I'm not excited about it. I'm not happy about it. I'm not anything about it. It's too bad. Like, if you take joy in people's misfortunes, that's also weird. Carol, she'll be rolling around the mountain when she comes. Oh my God. Joanne Hawley is hilarious tonight. I love you, Joanne. Thank you for the super chat. I guess I needed to, hey, Panda. You don't need to rewatch it, Timark. There was one comment in my Facebook group, and I'm only bringing it up because I had no other content tonight. Can you generously allow us to purchase some of your items on another platform to assist you in moving? We've got the same shoot. So should I? Like, it doesn't have to be another platform. I don't give a shit about haters. Do you want me to bring out like some of my shoes I want to get rid of? I got a whole tote full of like clothes, Anthropology clothes. Some of it still has the tags on it that I want to get rid of. You have to move forward with a clear conscience and peace. I think it was a shit starter, not the other content creator. The other content creator had nothing to do with it, as far as I know. but I wouldn't know because I don't watch any of them. I don't think anybody's starting shit with me. And even if they are, I'll still sleep just fine at night, not responding. It's not my thing, and it never has been. It never has been. Um, that's why I haven't said anymore. I know you're not interested in the details. If you wanted to know, you would ask. Yeah, it's like a car wreck. When people slow down and they're like, "What happened? Oh my God." I never do that. I'm like, it's really sad. Everybody say a prayer right now that they're going to be okay, but keep driving. I'm not a spectator. I'm not a speculator like that. It doesn't like give me a rush of adrenaline to be like, oh, what happened? Oh my God. I want to know everything. I don't want to know. It's shitty for me to want to know and not help or be supportive. I'm simply not in that life. I wish them the best. I hope he's going to sort it out and be okay. It's sad. It's not funny to me and it's not exciting. You are better than that. What I love about you, Donna Lane, thank you. And I'm not just saying that. I'm not like trying to kiss anybody's ass here. I'm not. That's not the purpose of this either. I will absolutely fight if I need to fight. I have no problem doing that. But why? I don't want to. And I don't want to start one. Thank you for your super chat. Okay, I'd like to see some things that you're selling. All right, Shelly Kelly. Time mark. We've been talking about it for like the last 20 minutes. What was wrong with it? Go back and watch what I've been saying. It was incredibly passive aggressive. It was very rude and it was stirring the pot, like shit starting. Yeah, people who gawk watch car wrecks. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't take joy in it. Not that you're taking joy in it by doing that, but I'm always like, move it along. Like let the rescue team help these people and say a prayer. If I wanted to sell glasses frames, I have a ton of glasses I don't wear. What people expect me to say and do all kinds of things about situations. People want me to comment. They bait me. Time mark. That's what was happening. It was a baiting type of situation. People bait me to try to talk shit or drop shit about other people. But the problem is it's never going to slip out of my mouth because that's not how I feel up here. The people who right today hate me, I don't hate back. I'm not in that place anymore. I'm in a place of peace. But if you come around stirring the pot in front of my friends, in front of my community, I am going to call you out. Don't do it, right? Don't do it. Wendy Brewer, you are the warmest, loveliest person I've watched on YouTube. That is so kind. And I hope that your mother is better even more today. Thank you, Wendy Brewer. This is why I don't do Facebook. Yeah, Kim is blue. I rarely post. I rarely do much. Yeah, West Coast Fancy Nancy. It can become a cesspool quickly. Any kind of social media can. But yeah, JoJo, they want a reaction. I mean, if you consider tonight a reaction, you could. But you're not going to get me to be like, ha ha, or whatever you're expecting me to do. I don't feel that way about people. I really, truly don't. I really, truly don't. I hope that the best. I hope everything's going to be okay. I just do. Thank you, Jamie Palmer. I don't feel ugliness toward anybody, any content creators. I do not. They're trying to stir the pot and get you involved in things you have nothing to do with. Yeah, I don't have anything to do with it. I got no comment. I got nothing to say on that other than I hope they're okay. I hope everybody's okay. I thought everyone here was saying someone supporting. Nope, nobody said that, Ty Mark. Helena, we watch for sales, not car wrecks and shitstorms. Yeah, yeah. Wendy, that is so good to hear. Thank you. And that's true, Helena. Thank you for your super chat. I appreciate the lack of drama here. Yeah, you're not going to get that. The only drama you're going to get here is honestly, yeah, Lisa, I am. It's typically about my life, like the Verizon wireless drama tonight, and I mean, I will say this, there is something going on. There's too much drama already going on in my life with my immediate friends and family members for me to want to instigate drama with pretty much strangers at this point. People I no longer know, don't talk to, don't follow their life, don't follow anything going on. I'm not going to instigate drama with a basically a stranger at this point in my life. That is embarrassing to do that. That's embarrassing. Kim is blue. Punky is dramatic. Junie. By the way, guys, her new name for probably the foreseeable future, I'm really into it. Um, Gail, I tried to post and there wasn't anything bad or controversial, and it wouldn't let me. Yeah, we turned off the comments, but I think we'll just take the whole post down. Her name is Junie for Juniper, because I just think Junie is really cute for her for like the season, for the winter. And I was at my mom's today bringing her that stew. And my mom was like, "Oh, I didn't know she was here." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Junie wants to sit in your lap." And she went, "Who?" And I went, "Junie." And she went, "Jenny?" And I went, "Mom, Junie, Juniper." Like, get it the fuck right, Diane. Junie is really cute. You have never made me feel like I have to choose a side, ever. I watch Aaron, Jenna, Natalie, and you. I find interesting things on all of you. P.S. You really are my fave. I don't even need to be your favorite. Lisa Kelson, thank you. And thank you for supporting the rest of them. That's how I feel about that. And it would be weird for me to have any other feelings about it. It would be weird. So I don't have any issues ever with who you watch, who you choose to FUCK, who you choose to date, if you're a vegetarian or not, if you watch Dr. Phil, if you have 44 cats. It's weird to care. Donna Lane, I'm always up for Gertie drama, just saying. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of Junie drama. There's a lot of Junie. Thank you, Donna Lynn. There's a lot of Junie drama. I support. Wow, she didn't wake up from that. I support Reese and my friends here outside the space. I don't involve myself with anyone outside Reese, Tommy, and Johnny. And that's also a choice. It's also a choice. But like back when, let's just use a different example. Oh, it's starting to itch. Back when the Tommy drama was going on, the long con stuff. How many times, I'm pretty sure I said even then, people were like, "I still watch Tommy and Johnny. Sorry." I was like, "What? What are you saying to me? Like, are you supposed to be nervous, or do you think I'm going to be upset that you watch those guys?" Like, even back then, when all of that heat was happening and all of that drama, totally different content creators, I was like, I got nothing, no comments. I don't care who you watch. Back when I was very heated and disturbed and upset with Tommy and Johnny, and people were like, "I watched them." I was like, "Okay. Am I supposed to feel a certain way about that?" I didn't. I didn't, guys. So I mean, I'm over the top about my emotions right now because I'm really trying to explain to you that I'm the last person that's going to judge you or be concerned or anything. I think you absolutely, I was forced to do all kinds of things and only think certain ways. Don't do that. That's groupthink. It's very culty. Please. Free will is a beautiful thing. Choose, believe what you want to believe, choose who you want to watch, and don't think for a second that I'm going to have any kind of a role in what you're doing in your private life. Now, that doesn't go both ways. Every one of you can have a role in my private life because so many people do. So many people still reach out to me and they're like, "Why is your hair that color? How come you're not doing your eyebrows and filling them in? Why are your eyelashes like that? I asked you to start wearing mascara. How come we don't see Huxley anymore? What grade is Huxley in? How's your dad? Are you still able to get pregnant? Do you ovulate? Maybe you guys should think about having a child. I don't know if it's a good idea to move to Ecuador. I think you guys should move to Italy. So people still, of course, can have every say into my private personal life, but I'm not going to have a say in yours. I promise that. I have chosen not to hang out with certain acquaintances. I in no way tell my friends that they should or shouldn't hang out with them. We're all adults. Beautiful. Um, Renee B, there you go. Uh, good night, Jojo. Love you, babe. Anyway, I'm glad that we are. Please, by the way, yeah, Jamie Palmer, you have no idea the emails and messages I get. And stalker like situations that I get. Like I have to call and text my local police almost weekly now. I'll be like, "Can you add this one to the list? Can you add this to the list?" No joke. Yeah, Kestrel agreed. Except your boyfriend, Mary Barons. Please hit subscribe while you're in here. There's 238 people in here. It's important to me that you are subscribed to this channel at this point. I have things that I want to address. I have a lot of plans and ideas, and I want to use my voice to help people as much as I possibly can. That's really the only direction I want to go in, is what can I do to help people? What can I do to make myself better? But I don't want to hurt anybody, and I don't want to hate anybody. Okay? So we're not doing that kind of content ever. Abigail, closing. Be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Hold up the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. Ooh, I love that. So true, Pat Jonas. I love that. That's New Testament. That is good. Abigail, thank you. And I will try to run to the UPS store. Thank you, babe. It's very kind. Hate zaps your energy and focus, Kestrel. No effing question. Hit subscribe. I want to say thank you for your time tonight. This was a 2-hour one. I'm sorry it was so long. Love you, Mary Barons. That is the weirdest crap ever. You just want to, I just want to be at peace deep in your soul. Yeah, it's weird, but it's also not weird. It's where they're at. People are not healed. A lot of them aren't. And a lot of them are confused and they don't know what direction they're going in. And sometimes they have to work out their shit through you. Sometimes they have to target you and bounce things off of you. I'm willing to be that target. It's okay. I'm so used to it at this point, and I don't think people have really ugly hearts. I think that it's more they just don't have a direction at this point in their life. That's all. I don't even think the person who left the comment in that Facebook group is like evil or anything, but she definitely was being a shit starter. I don't tolerate that. I don't tolerate that. I'll be happy when you and Hux get out of there. Me too. And his birthday's Monday, guys. So he's going to be 16. That's quite the change for me. Thank you, Murray Marion. He's going to help my parents tomorrow working at the farm. I will do a stream tomorrow afternoon. If you guys are up for it. I love you, Skipper, the geriatric chihuahua. If you guys are up for it, I'll be on tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for listening to me tonight. I know this went all over the place, but some things needed to be said. I only vented on the Verizon and the anthropology thing. I'm well aware that it's like a first world problem situation. It's just like Alana said, I have a really big problem going on behind the scenes, and little things like this eat at me bigger and more. And so I just felt like I had to talk it out. I'm sorry. I love you too, Lisa Kelson. Thank you guys for the happy birthdays to Hux. I will see you all tomorrow. And I don't know what we'll talk about, but we'll do something. Love you, Lumen. Good night, Margie Barr. Love you, Wendy R. You too, Lisa Kelson. Guys, mods, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. I'm sorry I had to vent like that, but I just kind of needed to. Thanks for being willing to hear and listen and be understanding. Will Hux be here on Monday? Renee B, he should be. If not, we could do it Sunday. I was going to have him come on just so you guys could tell him happy birthday. I think it would be kind and validating. And because he's so isolated, it might be nice for him to hear it from some people. Thank you, Twyla. Love you guys. Oh, thanks, Lisa Kelson. I don't wear these very often. I love you guys, and I will be back tomorrow. And again, thank you, mods. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always protecting us. And thank you for listening. I hope no one took that the wrong way. I love, love, love. Don't hear what I didn't say. Don't hear what I didn't say. I was clear about what I said. Thanks, Marie Marion. I'll do it now. Ooh, that's hot. Thank you. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow afternoon, and I hope you'll be here with me. Everybody have a good night. Here comes Fred.